My friends, past is important as the history is a great teacher. Present is important as the action of today determines the destination ahead. Most important, the destination being the future of your and my children, the future of the world. I admire President Tanaka-san to think of Global Peace Forum in Berlin that started yesterday, that was 30th of November. Almost exactly 23 years back, on 9th of November, the Berlin Wall that had divided Germany and the continent of Europe fell. Other two peace fora will take place in Hawaii, reminder of Pearl Harbor, and Hiroshima of the atomic bomb. These places bring memories of human atrocities over humanity. But this horrific history comes to us as a great teacher that we must not do and what we must do today to determine the course of history of tomorrow. That is what makes this meeting and this location so very significant. Let me submit for your consideration my own thesis that peace is not a natural instinct of man, women included, of course. From prehistoric days to the history and to the present time, the normal behavior of a human being is selfish, to surpass others, to gain superiority, to acquire, to own, starting from the Stone Age, everybody wanting to be ahead of the other. Competition may start on friendly basis, but do not remain so. Even the modern free market economy teaches fittest to survive. Competition is the base of this economy. This animal instinct is common to humans. We may not like it, but that's true. But humans have one thing that makes them totally different from other species: the power of logic, the power to acquire knowledge and enlightenment. This is the hope for humanity. Yes, even if coexistence is not a natural phenomenon, because of higher mental faculty and consciousness endowed to humans, peace can be achieved. The famous Greek philosopher Plato once noted that the only real ill-doing is the deprivation of knowledge. Ignorance is the root and stem of all evils. Praying or wishful thinking, praying at the Western Wall or anywhere, or wishful thinking alone will not help. Deliberate action towards peace is necessary. This is precisely why Rotary proactively created Rotary Centers in International Studies in Peace and Conflict Resolution Program to promote research, teaching, public relation, and knowledge on issues of peace, goodwill, causes of conflict, and world understanding. It believes that by providing advanced educational opportunities for Rotary Peace Fellows chosen from various countries and different cultures to advance knowledge and world understanding amongst future leaders of government, business, education, media, and other professions, such peace fellows will grow into potential leaders in their respective regions or countries or even international platforms. When they do so, they have a better understanding for coexistence and will be able to exercise their knowledge for promoting greater tolerance and cooperation amongst people, leading to world peace and understanding. Throughout the 20th century, Rotarians in Europe and around the world have built many bridges to peace. At the 1921 convention in Edinburgh, Scotland, Rotarians unanimously agreed to incorporate peacemaking into Rotary's constitution and bylaws. And this is what read: the advancement of international understanding, goodwill and peace through a world of fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideals of service, unquote. In 1940, at the Rotary International Convention in Havana, Cuba, Rotarians adopted a resolution calling for freedom, justice, truth, sanctity of the pledged word, and respect for human rights. You know, we have our past president Chuck Keller here. And in his year 1987-88, he was, at that time, the theme had Rotarians united in service dedicated to peace. And he had peace forum in many locations. All these conferences led to the objective of world understanding and peace, recognizing that peace would be the only ambience which will provide human development and progress. During this period, ideas were also mooted from time to time to establish Rotary University. It so happened that then Rotary International incoming president Louis G.I. asked me, as I was the incoming chair of the foundation, rather in our year 1996-97, we will be commemorating the 50th death anniversary of our founder, Paul Harris. Please think, in what way could we do that? This question confronted me with a challenge, because I thought we have done everything that was possible to do. And what new frontiers we will be able to reach. Until one day, I was walking through the campus of Northwestern University in Evanston and saw the Kellogg's Business School. It struck me, why can we not have Paul Harris centers or schools as part of existing universities in different locations of the world for advanced international studies? This would lead to Rotary producing presidents and prime ministers and chancellors, and will become a name to reckon with. More importantly, Rotary would have served a great purpose for peace. This idea was discussed by the trustees and the preliminary approval was given. Through an experts committee, many formats were discussed, and finally, the creation of Paul Harris Centers for International Studies meant for mid-career people having graduate degree and leadership potentials, focusing on issues related to international relations, conflict resolutions, and peace studies, was approved by the Rotary Foundation trustees in October 1996, and by the Board of Directors at their subsequent meeting. At the 1997 Glasgow Convention, and you remember that, Louis, you and I, as trustee chair, presented the new program to the Rotary world. But it was not easy. It took time. The committee considered more than 100 universities and based their final recommendations, but ultimately it was realized that while answering to the basic needs of the humanity, which will be continued and must be continued, there have got to be a thrust towards creation of peaceful ambience where human development could take place. The program received widespread support and it marched on, as we are now seeing. In 2006, the trustees approved a second Rotary Peace Center model. This 3-month certificate program is designed for mid-career professionals with a minimum of 5 years work experience in a related field, to further develop their understanding of peace and justice studies, conflict prevention and resolution theories from their instructors and even their peers, and practical applied experiences. Now, in 2012, in addition to our program in Thailand, 4 of the original master's degree centers located at Bradford University in England, Duke University and the University of North Carolina in US, International Christian University in Japan, and the University of Queensland in Australia are celebrating the program's 10th anniversary. Our newest university partner, that happens to be in Europe, Uppsala University in Sweden, inaugurated our program partnership this past September and now hosts its first class of Rotary Peace Fellows from Australia, Azerbaijan, Chile, Denmark, Guatemala, the Philippines, Somalia, Sri Lanka, and the United States of America. The program's 10th anniversary was appropriately celebrated at the 3rd Rotary World Peace Symposium held this past May in Bangkok, Thailand. Together with the Rotary Alumni Celebration, nearly 600 Rotarians, Rotary Peace Fellows and guests attended the 2.5 days seminar as a pre-convention event keynoted by former Sudanese child soldier and peace activist Emmanuel Jha and 2011 Nobel laureate Madam Lehman Gobi of Liberia. The initiative seeks endowed and named gifts and commitments to reach the goal of US $95 million by 30th June 2015. Gifts and commitments as of 30th September 2012 totaled over US $975 million. But do not stop at 95, because peace is elusive, and unless we deliberately work towards it, no money will be too expensive to seek peace. The Rotary Peace Center's major gift initiative shares the stage with Polio Plus as one of the foundation's highest priorities. About 1,700 individuals throughout the world have contributed gifts and commitments to the Rotary Peace Centers. One of those individuals is with us today, and he was one of the first ones, and he happens to be your and my President of Rotary International, Saboo Tanaka. Wait a minute, you will have to give a louder applause when I tell you the figure. He donated himself over US $1 million to the Permanent Fund's major gift initiative in support of the Rotary Peace Centers program. Loud applause. And I can also tell you that out of this, Rotary is in touch with practically, not all, but 95% of the alumni. And Rotary is not only dialoguing with them, communicating with them, but seeing their progress and also helping them achieve their own dreams. Yes, on the screen you can see a photo of Rotary Peace Fellow Timothy Haynes, who graduated from our program of science, program at Sciences Po in 2006. and has been working to enhance cooperation between the US and the Arab League. After extensive preparation and negotiations in Washington and Cairo, US Secretary of State Hillary Clinton recently signed a memorandum of understanding between the US and the Arab League at the United Nations Assembly, with Tim standing right behind her in the photo on the left. Graduating in the same year as Mr. Haynes, but from University of California, Berkeley, Rotary Peace Fellow alumna, Ms. Jayashree Nadaraja, works in the United Nations Secretary General's Special Representative's Office for Sexual Violence in Conflict in New York after completing her applied field experience, focusing on issues related to child soldiers and child protection in armed conflict. If these two early to mid-career professionals in the peace and conflict resolution are any indication of the success of the Rotary Peace Centers program, we can look forward to an abundance of conflict prevention, resolution, and peace initiatives originating from our 700 program alumni working together with their constituent communities. Friends, these centers seek to produce generals in the army of peace in different regions and countries. In the process of educating and training of the Peace Fellows, it may not be possible to have everyone become the general, but each will become a leading personality in working for the victory of peace